Hi, I'm Mika Truman, and welcome to my Patreon, my YouTube channel, and of course, as always, Frankincense School of Mystical Arts. So, I want to share with you one of my secrets as far as getting and gaining information. If you ever hear anyone say looking glass, this is my version of the looking glass. And who knows? They could be in some book somewhere, like who knows? But this is what I discovered. And this is not anything that anyone taught me, but I have learned this from Spirit. Spirit has shown me. The galactic consciousness has shown me. And is what it is that when I need information, when I am searching, when I need to get and gain insight on a topic, on an area that I'm struggling with, if I want to know something about my life, about my future, about my family, then this is my go-to. And even when I am not necessarily looking for anything and wishing to gain information on it, I can stand in the vicinity of one and just start to get all these different downloads. All this information, it just floods in. So most of you have one of these in your home. Some of you have them in your purse, in your car, but it's the mirror. The mirror is so profound, is what Spirit has showed me. What the galactic consciousness has shown me is that it's a different doorway. It's like a portal. And when you stand in front of it, even in the vicinity, it's like a doorway for just a flooding of information. And I can stand like in my bathroom, and I have like 3 mirrors in my bathroom. And I can just be thinking of something and just start getting all this information and answers to thoughts that I may have, because it's the mirror. And I was shown its doorways into other worlds, other dimensions, past lives, future events, but it's the mirror. I've always said that's the looking glass. If you ever want to know what's going to happen, you stand in front of the looking glass and you just glaze, you just stare. You kind of like stare without blinking, and you just stare and you just start thinking about a story, and you think about someone, and you think about different events, different experiences that you've had with them, and you start to ask about what's going on with them, what's going on in their life. And then you can even kind of slip into one scenario or another one, and whichever one is really the strongest that keeps coming back, that is your answer. But you stand in front of the mirror and you just think of an issue, or your work, or your job. I really need a new job. I want a new job. Should I go look at my resume? Should I have contact? Should I reach out to somebody? What should I do? And then sometimes when you just stare and stare and stare, you'll just start getting information. And remember, it's so important that you go with that first initial message and just roll with it and just go. And sometimes you're going to want to blink, and sometimes you do blink and you can blink. But sometimes once you open up that doorway, you start getting a lot of information. And sometimes, often, it's not even about the question that you asked. Sometimes it can veer off over here and you start getting all kinds of information. And sometimes this won't happen for some overnight on your first try, or sometimes even your second try. And sometimes it can take even a few weeks of paying attention when you're standing in front of the mirror, whether you're washing your face, doing your makeup, shaving, whatever. Pay attention to the visions and the messages that might be coming to you. And try it over and over and over again. Don't quit on it, because that mirror is just sometimes full of information, because it's like this vortex and it just goes. So I just wanted to share this really cool, significant, profound technique that I have used for years. And you don't need a candle. You don't need to do it, you know, like with the lights out and stare at it with all your candles burning. No, you don't need to do all that. No. But I have found the most profound times is between 4 a.m. to 4 p.m., 4 a.m. to 8 a.m., or 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Those 4 hours in a 24-hour cycle, it's when the veil is the thinnest. And when you work and do your work, your spiritual work, when you are seeking out a vision during those times, you can find it's a lot smoother and a lot easier, because that's when the sun is coming up, and that's when also the sun is going down. So it's that time when you're in the morning till afternoon, and you're in the evening time of the daylight to the nighttime. It's that little window, it's that veil, and it's that little time where you sometimes can go in and get information so much easier. It's just kind of the slip within the time. So try it during that times. Please comment. Let me know what you think. The mirror is not a bad thing. You hear all kinds of stories about, oh my gosh, something bad is going to come out of the mirror. Don't look at the mirror after dark. No, there are messages within the mirror, and the mirror wants to share with you. There's a lot of energy there. And in the spirit world, they see the mirror sometimes as a doorway. They don't really necessarily know what it is, because the mirror is water and it's fluid. And so it's like an open channel where, you know, it's a wall is wooden, okay, as you already know. And for energy to kind of slip through that, it can be a little bit more difficult. It can be harder. What about a rock? A rock is a solid form. And to receive information through a rock, it can assist and help. But to stare at the rock thinking you're going to get information, sometimes it may not work out so great. But you want to be able to use the water. And it's within the crystals, can be, even though it's a rock, it's a stone, it's water. And the same with a mirror. It's fluid. And when it's fluid, it allows you to get information. So try that out. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you tried it. And please, if you enjoy this video, like, subscribe, share, get it out. And I would appreciate it. I appreciate all that you do anyway. And listening to all my videos, I appreciate it so much. So you can always find me on Patreon. And over there, we're able to kind of talk about things in advance. We talk about all kinds of things. So please join me there. Also on my YouTube channel, and as always on Frankincense School of Mystical Arts, which is fsma.life. Until then, thank you and blessings to you. Take care.